Alright, what I'm doing here today is I'm going to try and change this hinge and the top hinge with the ones that I've already repaired. Now the easiest way by the looks of it is to undo I think there's like 2 bolts down there, and I've already got my fingers in behind here, and you pull that forward and you can see it just basically clips on. Look at the hole there. So when you pull that out, don't force it out, kind of like work with it, you know. This will allow the hinge to slide past that gap there. And if I was to unbolt that bottom hinge, take this off and slide this top hinge past this point here, or even take it off. I'd need somebody to help me hold the door then. You could just slide the door right off and take the door interior off. Now what I'm going to do first is actually see how easy it is to take this door interior off without dropping the door. I might be able to do it without needing to take the door completely off. I want to reupholster this trimming anyway, so it'd be good if I can leave the door on and take the trimming off. So that's what I'm going to challenge now. So from this video you're going to take do's and don'ts for when you try to tackle it yourself, which way you would prefer to do it. So I'm going to do it the hard way to start off with, which might end up being the easy way. Okay, so marking around this bit here, I can't seem to get in behind it. I think there's a clip behind this handle here holding it in, and I just with the pattern of the door and so forth, I just can't get in behind there to push any clips. I can't even see any clips. So I notice that section here has 2 rivets in it holding it together, and there's a gap in this top layer here that would allow this to slide past the door. So doing that, just drew the head off that rivet there, and I can rivet that back together later. Working on the other parts of the door. Now on this side you've got 2 clips that don't just want to pop out. You have to take them out with a screw, and I've broken the top one. That's perfectly fine for me, like I don't really care, because find those parts pretty much anywhere just to push it in. It's not those type that screw out. Today you can buy ones from auto barns and so forth where you put a screwdriver on, you can screw the ends out, pull that centre pin out. To take the whole thing out completely, not really too sure what they're called, but in my case I'm just going to break the heads off, and I'll replace them. That's not a problem. So I just wanted to show you that point, at this point here, before I knock that bottom one off, and I think I'm pretty much going to have this inner trim off. Now I've got the door this far off. I've had to have the door open, work my way around getting the trimming off, but I can see the handle here now. I can see that there's actually a clip on there, so a bit of clothes hanger. This is actually a handle off a paint tin. You can see in there, you can just get in there and see if I get the camera to look in there. What I'll do is shape it like that, and I can get in from the angle here, put it up like that, and I should be able to pull that. There, see, there it goes. I'll get that last bit. That's the clip that's in there. So hopefully showing you that little bit there, coming in from the front little clip. So it'd be, I'm not going to put all that back together just to show you there, but get the idea. You put that in behind, like so, turn it so it clips towards the handle, and then pull it out and get that clip there out. So that's a bit of useful information. knowing what the clap looks like and how to take that part out. Now I'm still going to tackle with taking this trim out. I think I've pretty much got it out there. I just need to work my way around all the sides because I still want to see if I can get this trimming off without taking the door off. That was easier than I expected. Just close the door, twist it away. Once I've got it all loose around the edges, then I can take this trimming off. And now getting access to this back handle, I'll just close this door. Oh, you can see I've taken the handle off. So got the clip off. Now we've got these. Take these bolts here out. They look like a 12. I'll let you know in a second. Yeah, I'll take these bolts there out, or loosen them off to start off with, and we'll get this bracket at the back here changed. Okay, so it is 12mm, and when I took that back bolt there, or front bolt, whatever you want to call it, out, I noticed the door dropped probably about, I don't know, say 3mm. It dropped a little bit, so just to keep in mind, this is going to have to be lined back up with the door closing again. So I think the way I'm going to have to do that is, once I've got it all in place and the bolts loose, I'll close the door completely, and so I'm happy with it on the outside, and then come in and tighten these bolts up and see how we go. At the moment, I'm going to undo this bolt here, and so it's going to make the back of the door vulnerable, so I've got to be really careful once I undo this bolt that I slide the door open slowly so I can get that back mount out. Sorry, I wasn't pointing the camera at the position then. I'm talking about these bolts here, and the hinge at the back there is slightly twisted, I think, but that's okay. I'll get to this and yeah, swap it over. This is the one that I'm going to be putting. I'll fix this up. I repaired this one a few weeks back. Alright, so we get this hinge here out. I should be able to slide this here out. Support the door by the looks of it, so I think I might just put a jack or something underneath it, give it a bit of a support up, so I can focus more on the hinge and not the balancing of the back of the door. You jack down there and give me a bit of support on the back of the door, holding it up for me. Now I'll pull this old hinge out. Forward, she comes off. It's the old one. Actually, it's not too bad. Anyway. Okay, so we'll slide this new one in. Repaired one rather. Put this guy back on. Put this guy back on while we're at it. And now I'll slide the door back to put those bolts in, and have them mostly done up but not completely, so I can still align the door. Okay, so that trick worked. What I did was I opened up the back window here so I could get behind here, pulled it as tight as I could, bolted these two bolts back up, and now she works how she should. And the only reason why I've changed that is because it kept making a scratching sound, and the scratching sound's gone, but beautiful. Well, at least that part's worked out, and got the top one to do now, which this one here will be easy. as pie, I hope. There's 2 bolts at the bottom there, which could be done. This is the guy that I fixed. I want to put in its place. Which way do I want to go about this? 210 mils. That's already locked in position to the Tarago that I took it off of. And looks about the same. I don't want to have to make any adjustments there if I don't have to, so I'll get a 10 mil and take the 2 side ones there off and put that replacement top one in. The top one there, it doesn't look too bad I suppose, but it doesn't turn. So I want to get to that. Okay, so getting this top hinge done, it's quite easy. Undo the first bolt, unwind the second bolt about halfway so it still holds on. The other hinges kind of like hold the door in place. That gives you a maneuverability to get this hinge in past that point there, and then you can put that other bolt in, tighten it up. I can't do that without a third hand, but you get the idea. I'll tighten that back up there and yeah, show you as it working. Okay, which is all good again. Yep, it's all perfect. Alright, well, thanks for watching guys. I didn't end up taking the door off after all, but had I not seen a way around that, probably would have been easier. But had I seen this video before doing it myself, the job would have been a lot easier. So yeah, this should help out a lot of you out there who have to change these hinges. So that's about it guys, thanks for watching. I've got the back panel off there, doing a different job. This guy here on the bottom doesn't work. When you got the fuel cap open, this is supposed to come up, stop the door sliding back all the way to hit the fuel cap. It's a different job I'm working on next. And same deal, I won't be putting these covers back on until I've repainted them and recovered them. Alright, till next time. Cheers guys.